came up with a few things about taking care of a winter newborn that you might not know about. The first one, car seats and the winter clothes. You cannot have your child in a jacket, in a coat, or like snowsuit in the car seat. Get a warm car seat cover. It's a game changer. It protects from the wind, it keeps him very warm, and you always can cover it all the way up for those couple of minutes when you're transferring your baby in the car seat. Then you should definitely have multiple layers of snugly fitting clothes on your newborn. I would put just a short sleeve onesie as the first layers, and I would put a cotton one-piece PJ, and then on top of that, as a third layer, I would put fleece PJs. I recommend you to stock up on them for your winter newborn. They will live in those fleece PJs for the first few months for sure, but make sure you get footed PJs because, I mean, newborn socks are a joke. Well, you can use them over those footed PJs to keep your newborn's feet even warmer, or you can use some soft, nice, warm booties over those PJs. And also I like to have those one pieces with built-in mittens. You also can have just regular mittens on top of them as well. Also, blankets are great. You can tuck them around your baby very snugly so it doesn't go over their face, and it will keep them warm in the car seat. You can use it as a car seat cover. You can cover your baby at the doctor's visit. Also, don't forget to put a hat, a snugly fitting hat on your baby, and you're good to go. Next thing I wanted to talk about is overheating. Yes, newborns need an extra layer of clothes on compared to what you would usually wear yourself. It's very important to make sure that they're not sweating, because if they sweat, they are losing liquid. Might cause dehydration, which you definitely don't want to happen. So if you see your baby sweating, definitely remove a couple of layers of clothes, see how he is doing, and if he or she did sweat a lot, definitely offer breast right away if you're breastfeeding, for them to restore that liquid as soon as possible. Also, keep your expectations low about walks with a newborn. They aren't gonna be as long as you might imagine, and they probably won't be as joyful and as peaceful. You need to think it through. If you're walking around your house, don't go too far from your house. If you drove somewhere, like to a park, don't go too far from the car. And it's best to go for a walk after you fed them and they just fell asleep, but they can wake up any second and they will ask for comfort of breastfeeding. And at this age, there is not much that can calm them down, unfortunately. So if you have introduced a pacifier already, maybe have it on hand. Or maybe if you introduced a bottle, maybe bring your pumped milk in a bottle. Now let's move indoors and let's talk first about air quality. And there is a lot that goes into it, but I want to talk about three most important things in my opinion: temperature, humidity, and ventilation. It might seem logically at first to have your AC set on high to keep your home warm, to keep your newborn warm, let him hang out with diaper, without diaper, in onesie, but apparently this is not the way to go. Actually, you're supposed to keep your home cool and have your newborn dressed warm with multiple layers. It's recommended to have your home temperature set to somewhere from 68 to 72 degrees. Also, it's very important to check your humidity level at home. Experts suggest to keep your humidity somewhere from 30 to 60. Some baby monitors have that option of checking your humidity levels and temperature levels. Some humidifiers also check that for you, and you will probably need one, especially if you live up north. Then it's also very important to ventilate your house through. Create an airflow. It's not enough to open just one window or one door. Open two, preferably if they're like in front of each other, to create that stream of air going in and out. Obviously, don't leave your baby next to the open window, and try to maybe bundle them in like a blanket or something, but don't be too worried. Ventilating will keep your child tempered and strengthen their immune system. Now that we know that your home will be chilly and your baby won't be hanging out in a diaper all the time, you'll need blankets at home too. I used a blanket to cover Michaela when she was in a swing, in a bouncer, when she slept in a duck. Make sure to tuck it around, make sure it never goes over their face. Keep an eye on your baby when you use a blanket. Let's talk keeping them warm at night. Sleep socks are great for sleeping, they're safe for sleeping. I use them at some point a lot. Also, you need to think through what are you gonna dress your baby inside the sleep sack. You need something that can unzip from the bottom, for example, for a diaper change at night, so that your baby can actually stay warm over here. Or you can use nightgowns, which I use a lot as well. I found them very helpful. Also, wipes warmer. I did not have one. Michaela did not really mind cold wipes at night, and also where I live actually it's not as cold, so maybe if you do have very cold weather, or maybe just your child is more sensitive, think about investing in the wipes warmer. I heard that worked wonders for some parents, so keep that in mind. Then let's talk about bathing your newborn and the water temperature. So it's recommended to have it at around 100 degrees, which seemed a little high to me. And I actually learned from pediatricians back in my country, where I'm from, to lower the temperature of water gradually every time for tempering and strengthening of the immune system and the body in general. Don't be scared to do it. Michaela loved it. And just think about the fact that in the end of the bath time, the temperature of the water is already lower, your baby is already familiar with it, and trust me, if you do it gradually, they will enjoy it and it will benefit them. Just make sure to dry and dress them quickly after bath, feed them, and they will sleep soundly after that. I have a whole video about our bath time routine when she was a baby and a newborn. Watch that video after this one is done. I'm sure you'll find it very interesting. Don't bath them every day. Every other day is the way to go usually. And the second thing, don't use soap and shampoo every single time. Using a soap or shampoo, baby wash, whatever, once a week, maximum twice a week, is enough. Newborns don't get dirty, they aren't even mobile yet. So if you use a shampoo or soap or whatever you're using too many times, too often, it very much can cause dryness and irritation on your baby's skin, especially in the winter. Now, if your baby does get some dry skin, use baby lotion after bath, but do not put lotion on your baby before you go outside, because the water in that lotion will get frozen and it will cause even more dryness and irritation. One more little tip is to change your baby's diaper often, especially in the winter, because full diaper can make them feel cold as well. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm always glad to help if I can. Subscribe to my channel for a fresh video every single Thursday, and I'll see you next week. Bye.